Hi, thank you so much for watching. I am excited to be going live with you today. Also, thank you to all of you who reached out in the comments in yesterday's video and also in private message. I loved hearing from you and hearing your side hustle stories, and also I got some really good questions from a bunch of you. So let's talk about them. First of all, how often do I go live? I thought that was a fun question. I try to go live. I try every Monday through Friday, depending on my day and how many coaching calls and clients I have. Sometimes I like to save my voice. But I am trying to make it more of a Monday through Friday thing for you. It's like vlogging, right? Sometimes I just can't get the thoughts out in writing, so I do it here. Sometimes I just get the thoughts out over on Instagram. So then there's that. So that's not a question. Okay, next question. How did I get out of my side hustle? Like, how did I know when I could take that leap of faith? So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, you can scroll down the page. It's there. Or you can click on videos here on this Facebook page and it's there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, because after I film these, I put them up on YouTube. So hi from YouTube. Thank you so much for watching me here. I have a whole playlist of videos just for teachers, just for business tips. And so go to the playlist and you'll see the video on side hustle. Okay, so how did I know when to say when? Like, how did I know that teaching Pilates was no longer a side hustle and I could afford to be a teacher? Everybody has a different bright line, and that's something that you would need to know. You cannot compare your side hustle leap to anyone else's side hustle leap. So my side hustle leap was in 90 days. I was working 5 days a week running a jewelry store in LA. I loved it. It was so much fun, and purses and high-end jewelry and hello Bayonne and all the things, right? And I loved it. And I really wanted to do it and teach Pilates because I kind of I just really liked the discount, but I also liked the people. So I was hoping to transition out and transition more into teaching. And that was my envision, that I would like slowly wean myself out of retail and more into Pilates. That ended up not being an option. I ended up having to just like pull the Band-Aid off super quick. It was just like a 5-week notice to my bosses, but I couldn't go down to like 3 days and 2 days and 1 day. And I get it. Like as someone who has run 9 studios, like you just want to be able to plan your business. And so I had to just take this massive leap. Now I had a couple weeks notice. So how did I do it? I let all my existing clients know, guess what? Starting on this date, I have more options to give you an extra session. You're already coming twice a week. Ideally, you come 3 times a week. So I gave my existing clients the opportunity to add sessions. And then I also said, hey, you used to talk about such and such friend wanting to do Pilates. I now have space. Let's get them set up. So when in my last 2 weeks of my old job, I was already pre-booking for when I was going to be a full-time Pilates instructor. And I was just kind of planting the seeds with people that I was going to open up these days. And what I highly recommend you do when you're taking your side hustle to your main squeeze is that you get really clear on what your schedule is. And if you don't know how to get clear on what your schedule is, you're going to watch my Teaching Your Ideal Schedule course. It's over on the website, profitablepilates.com. Click courses and find the one on teaching your schedule, because it's really easy to be like, oh my god, I'm leaving my main job, I need to make money, I need to say yes all the time. And no, never do that. You'll burn out super quick. So I was really clear on what times I was opening up and which would be available, and I made sure to only open up slots as the ones before and after got filled, so I didn't have like a Swiss cheese schedule. So that's kind of how I did it. Now, I was really clear on what my minimum amount I had to make was in life. I was really aware of what my expenses were. And, I worked for a company and I worked privately to make all that magic happen. So while I don't encourage you to work at 5 studios, you may in the beginning have to work at a couple to make that transition happen. And then, you know what? Every new budget takes about 90 days to get used to, and then done and done. One of the things that I will say you can never, ever, ever take out of your budget is your own Pilates sessions. You must make sure that once a week someone is looking at your body and touching your body, because you'll stay inspired that way. So I hope that answers quickly how I made my side hustle my main hustle. Another question I got is how to deal with the summer vacation when everyone is out of town. Okay, not everyone is out of town. And in fact, there are a lot of people that come into town. But maybe you're in a spot that literally people just ditch out. Like there are some places in this country, in this world, where everyone leaves for the entire month. So then you do it too. Like go with the flow a little bit, right? So I teach retreats all over the world during the year. And I don't know that they're going to always make me enough money to make them worth my while, right? Because they have to pay me what I would make if I was in town teaching my clients. Because when I'm gone, no one's teaching them for me, right? In a way that's going to make me have an income. So I don't know that. So what I do is I actually have my livelihood set up that I only work 40 weeks a year. And that's how I can make sure that I have vacations, that I have time for retreats, and I also have time for clients to take major vacations. I know when my majority of my clients' kids' spring break is. Guess what? I go out of town too. I know that during the holidays, people are going to be gone. Guess what? I plan to go out of town too. So I plan my trips based on really when my majority of my clients are gone. If you work in a place where like I'm going to go with New York and everyone ditches the city to go to the Hamptons for the weekend. If you work in the city, I would suggest you change your schedule to only be Monday through Friday, at least in the summertime, and go enjoy the Hamptons too. Or if you work in the Hamptons, maybe you only work on the weekends when people are in town, right? So instead of trying to work 6 days a week, every week, teaching a certain number of clients, I would look at what the behaviors are in your area and then determine your schedule that way. If your school or if your studio is next to a school, I would definitely encourage you to find a way to connect with that school. So after drop off, maybe you've got all these moms coming in for a class, or right before pickup there's a class. You don't need to try to make people fit into a mold that's just because that's what studios do. Like studios are busy in the morning and the evening and not during the afternoon. No, not really. I call this live at lunch because this is my lunch break. I go back. I actually teach a lot mornings and mid-afternoons, right? Like that's when my clients are in town. That's when my ideal clients are ready to take sessions. So I hope that answers that question. Like, how do I deal with summer vacations and everyone being out of town? I would say take a look at your patterns. If you're a brand new teacher, you don't have a calendar to look back at. But if you've been teaching for a couple years, take a look back and like notice what the behavior patterns are, and then base your vacations around that. Sometimes you can't, but a lot of times you can. And if you can either get your clients to start planning their vacations around yours or yours around theirs, you're not going to feel the blow of everybody being on vacation because you have set your business up to work with that. So those are the 3 questions I want to answer today. You're always allowed, and I do hope you do, to post comments on these videos with questions or thoughts or anything. You can, if you want to keep it private, because all my coaching, and if you come to my webinars, I keep always your information and names private. I like to just answer the questions. You can DM me here on this page or on at my email, Lesley, Lesley, at profitablepilates.com. If you're watching this on YouTube after I've gone live, hello, thank you again. And again, you can post the comments below, or you can also email me, Lesley, Lesley, at profitablepilates.com. So I'm going to be live again tomorrow. It's Friday and the afternoon around this time. And then next week we have some live stuff, but we also have another webinar. And this one's going to go over whether you need to be paying for Facebook ads, Instagram ads, going live like I am right now. Like if this is going to help your business. Instagram stories, like what is all this stuff? We're just diving deeper into social media and how it can help your business, if it can help your business, whether you need to spend your time doing it for business or if you could just keep it for pleasure. And we'll also talk about trolls and all the things. So we're just diving in way deep into social media for your business. So this is beyond like what is a handle and what platforms you should be on. This is assuming you already use those things. So if you want to sign up for that, profitablepilates.com/webinars. Okay, pick either next week's, or you can see the whole list of summer sessions. There's a bunch. We got like 8 more webinars coming up. You can also buy the whole series, and I will send you last week. So when we did last week, that's already taken off the website. You can get it a little personal invite to that. So I'll make sure that happens. All right, I'm really going to go now. Have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.